Hey everyone, so the next step we're going to do is code the bomb. So to start off with, we're going to click on the yellow events tab and we're going to take out when green flag clicked. And then we're going to go into looks and we're going to put in a hide. The next thing we're going to go ahead and do is go back into our yellow events tab. The control tab. And we're going to go ahead and add when I start as a clone. From here, we're going to add another hide, so we can even just hover over this hide, right click and duplicate it, and then just add it down here. The next thing we're going to do is create a couple of variables, and they're going to be similar ones to the one that we created to our candy. So we're going to click on make a variable for this sprite only, and we're going to call this my y velocity. I'm going to click on OK. Make a variable for this sprite only, my x velocity, and the last one for this sprite only, my rotation. You can click these off because we don't need them. Really quickly, for those of you who are just wondering why I can use the very exact same naming that I use for the candy is because the moment I clicked for this sprite only is not being shared by anyone other than this one particular sprite. You can even see that it's even labeled. So this is a bomb specific variable. So because of that, it won't share any information with the candy one, since the candy one is specifically for that one as well. So that's how I'm able to do that. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is add 3 set blocks, one underneath the other. And I'm going to go ahead and change these. So the first one is going to be my x velocity, the second one is going to be my y velocity, and the last one is going to be my rotation. So for each of them, I'm going to go into operators and add a pick random from 1 to 10. Okay. And then starting from the very top, the first one is going to be -5, and the second one is going to be 5. Here it's going to be 10, and the second one is going to be 25. And then the last one is going to be the same exact one as the top, so we're going to do -5, and then 5. After this, we're going to go into the Blue Motions tab, and we're going to add a set y2. We're going to change this to -179. Then we're going to add a set x2. And this one we're going to add a pick random, but since we already have it here, we can just right click, duplicate, add it in, and then let's change the numbers. So this one is going to be -200, and then this one is going to be 200. After that, we're going to add a point in direction 90, just so that it's facing the correct way. And then we're going to go into looks and add a show. So after that, we're just going to go ahead and add a repeat until. So we're going to go inside of control, add a repeat until, and then we're going to go into operators. We're going to add an or. On the left-hand side, we're going to add an and on the right-hand side, we're going to use a less than sign. So the idea is, if this will continue repeating, if these two are correct and active, or this is correct. So for this less than, we're going to go inside of the Blue Motions tab. We're going to scroll down until we see that blue white bubble. We're going to fill it in. And then for the 50, we're going to go ahead and change this to -180. Okay. So as long as the position of the bomb is less than -180, it'll do whatever's inside here and continue repeating it. Or we're going to use sensing, and we're going to use touching mouse pointer. and we want to make sure that our mouse is down. Okay. So this will continue repeating until these two things, either or, are correct. So at this point, technically, we've already clicked the bomb, so there's no reason to repeat it. And at this point, technically, the bomb has already reached the bottom of our screen, so there's no reason to continue repeating this code. So now inside of this code, we're going to go inside of the Blue Motions tab, and we're going to add a turn right 15 degrees. After that, we're going to add a change X by, and then add a change Y by. Now we're going to go inside of the Variables tab, and we're going to fill it in with its variable counterpart. And what that means is this is a turning one, this is an X, and this is a Y, and we have each of those for our variable. So my rotation is going to go to the turn right. The change X will be matched with my X velocity, and the change Y is going to be matched with my Y velocity. Now I'm going to add a change block right underneath that. And I'm going to change my Y velocity to -1. Okay. After that, we're going to go inside of control, add a wait 1 second, and change this to 0.05. Okay. After that, I'm just going to go ahead and add an if then else. Right on the diamond shape, I'm just going to go ahead and add an operator and go and add an AND. After that, I'm going to go into sensing, and on the left hand side, I'm going to use touching mouse pointer, and on the right hand side, I'm going to use mouse down. So if these two are true, if we were able to click on it, the first thing we want to do is go into looks, and we're going to add a hide. After that, else, just in case it's not, we're going to add another hide, and then go into control, and go ahead and add a delete this clone right at the bottom. So now that we've done this, this code still won't work because since it's telling clones what to do, we don't have it creating clones. This is where we're going to go ahead and click on the stage, add a create clone of, and add it on this first if. And we're going to go ahead and change this to bomb. And with that, you guys are pretty much all set.